Hello there you, and welcome to the fortress world of Maldaxius Prime, where the chaos forces of the Black Legion are about to be assaulted by a gigantic Orky war. Will the Black Legion be able to hold their entrenched position, or will a tide of greed consume all in its path? But before we kick off today's battle, just want to take this time to give you a quick reminder that from now until the 31st of December, you can get 15% off your order with code BOLTER15. That's code BOLTER15. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off today's fight. 1 million orcs are about to go storming headlong into the Chaos trench lines here. The Chaos have got a significant presence here in terms of renegade gunners, as well as artillery and tanks, but also have the orcs. Look at this front line coming crashing in here. Thousands of orcs have already been gunned down in our opening salvo. Look at that, streaking overhead. Chaos artillery raining down on the front line. Couple of Chaos fanatics here making their way forward, trying to hold the Orky advance dead in its tracks. Hello, Mr. Ork. Enjoy your lovely little flying trip. It was rather lovely. But yes, the Orks here have been stopped for now. The fanatical Chaos making their way forward, trying to engage in a bayonet charge here. But of course, the Orks, absolute super beasts as they are smashing through that Chaos wall. Now, obviously, they're looking at all the tasty gunners who are just behind it. Now, the Black Legion are present on the field also here as we skim our way down this absolute insane battlefield. Look at all this. Already the field is littered with bodies. The trenches are starting to fill with the goose of enemies. Look at this on their side. The Orks have actually really managed to close that gap on the far flank here, smashing right into the renegade gunners themselves. Started a good old choppy massacre. The Ork war is in full swing, and so is that artillery. I love just seeing them artillery pieces coming down every now and then and just sending things skyward. It's really satisfying. That the artillery is dangerously exposed here for the Chaos, so that's one thing that they need to watch out for. It is going to become a nasty old trench fight, I think, by the end of this one. You can see, though, that the Orks are storming forward. They're making some good ground here, cutting the way through them first ranks. However, they're pretty much going to reach that ditch, and the ditch is going to be the problem here. They're going to have to fill it in one way or another to be able to traverse it, to get to the Chaos defending on the other side. We have got a couple of Black Legion as well who are on the other side. A bit more fanatical types who wanted to cross over, get up nice, close and personal with the Orks here. God, look at the amount of tank rounds streaming overhead. There's another artillery shell there. Sends the Orks are scattering. You can see Chaos Leaver Rushes providing that fire support to that front line. Oh, lovely stuff. But they've been doing really well, actually, the Chaos. Even considering that the Renegade Gunners really are quite weak in comparison to a lot what the Orks are bringing to the field. The Ork melee units are so strong, easily able to carve most of them in half almost instantly. I would imagine it takes only 1 or 2 hits here. See a couple of Storm Boys come rolling in. The jump packs flaring up here. Bolter rounds now whizzing at point blank range here. A couple of the Orks getting up nice, close and personal to the men in the tin can armor. Again, look at this trench line, just completely filling with goo. Have the Orks actually managed to get across any part of it here? Looks like that in the trench line we have got possibly a breach on this side here, ladies and gentlemen. Can see Chaos reinforcements are being pumped into it. Trying the best to breach that gap. But I think the Storm Boys here are making a push for it. You can see that there was a Mega Novel too as well there. Unfortunately, he got gunned down by the Renegade Gunners. Heavy focusing fire. Yeah, we've definitely got a lot of Storm Boys trying to get their way through this area. That's what they're good at, though. They're good at penetrating gaps like this. And that's exactly it. Look at this. They're all Storm Boys making their way across. We've got quite a few choppers in amongst the mix, but a lot of them are just getting gunned down, unfortunately. We've still got elements of Chaos still alive on the other side of the trench, which is kind of impressive. Actually, looks like some of the Chaos might be trying for a little bit of a flanking maneuver over here. Look at that. The Orks, though, are bringing in reinforcements to deal with that far flank. So I will say, it looks like up and down the line... Oh, my God. Look at that. Up and down the line now, it does look like the Orks have managed to close most of the gap up towards the trench line. This is the real problem, though, for them now, pushing across said trench line. Most of the parts are already going to be filled up with the enemy's goo here. So they are literally building body bridges to get across it. And they're having some success here. Being met with stalwart firepower, though, from the Chaos side. The Chaos not easily giving up this ground or letting the Orks capture anything here. Again, this is how you do it, though, ladies and gentlemen. You need to get across the trench line. You've got to fill it in, unfortunately. Let's go back over to the side here. And look at this. We've still got a lot of space marines on the field here, though. The Black Legion, the firepower that they've provided with their bolters is absolutely invaluable. But again, Orks slowly filling in the trenching part. Look over here. They're right up close and personal. You can almost smell each other from this distance. And I would imagine that both the teams smell quite bad, actually. Oh my God. Could you actually imagine the smell of a battlefield after Chaos and Orks have been fighting there? I mean, the smell of death alone is going to be bad enough, but add on to it the grime and grunge of both factions here. It'd be pretty nasty. Again, look at this. More Storm Boys trying to break through that line. Got quite a few Space Marines off at this part, though. That's a lot of firepower focusing down these areas, hoping to not let the Orks through. But the Orks are trying to find some purchase here. Let's go to our far flank over this side. Again, Chaos, heavy elements here. Still elements still on the other side of the trench line, which is kind of impressive. Looks like the Orks have paid a heavy price trying to push into this flank. The Chaos having plenty of renegade gunners lined up, ready and waiting. It's a slow, methodical grind of war. But look, they are building these bridges. The Orks are forging a path across slowly but surely. Now, the Ork Dakar in the background, you can see all these puffs of smoke is building up as well. The closer and closer they get, the more accurate they will be overall. I mean, look at that battlefield. Oh my God, that's an insane front line. Just so many flashes up and down the combat line at the moment. Again, though, it's these Storm Boys right up front with them big axes, trying to chop the way through all the Chaos reinforcements. There's a lot of renegade gunners who are fanatics trying to charge at them with bayonets here, which has really been a bit of a saving grace for a lot of the Chaos faction at the moment. See that there's a heavy presence of Dakar right here on the field, all lining up on a previous body pile. The Orks are making progress here. Chaos are losing a lot of troops in this fight also. Have they got the firepower to see them through? Let's go scoot on down to the other flank bit by bit here, as we keep an eye on the battlefield. My God, look at that. The forging a river. River of their own making, might I add. It's nothing but Ork goo down there. Look at this though, they've made some real good grounds on this side. In fact, I'd actually say the Orks have got an entire foothold on this side of the field now. There is another little trench line here, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Sorry, it's here, the little trench line. It's only a tiny one, goes up to the bunker there. But that shouldn't be much of a problem here. That's a lot of Orks that are coming through. Let's have a look at the little mounds here. Yeah, there's plenty of them coming through. Okay, so how are we getting on our far flank over this side? Looks like the Orks have finally managed to get a little bit of a purchase up here. The Chaos might be in a little bit of a panic now. There's a lot of Orks facing these guys over the side. Look, some of them are already starting to look to retreat. Again, the Orks finding these little pathways from which to assault across. Slowly but surely, this one's going to get larger and larger and allow more Orks through. But that might not even be a problem here. You see that the Orks have definitely got a foothold on this side of the field with plenty of reinforcements coming in, as well as tank shells zooming overhead. We've got to hope, because it looks like, actually though, look at this. Looks like the Chaos might be breaking the back of the center here. The Orks running out of reinforcements in the center line. Is this going to allow the Chaos to push forward and start a double pincer maneuver? We're going to have to see here. This could be deadly. Man, look at that. How many Orks have all been lost here in the center line? All piled up. Oh, it's an absolute maddening battlefield, this is. Again, though, look at this. The Orks have still got plenty of reinforcements, but are they in the right place? Oh my days, look at these valleys that they've forged across the river. I mean, the trench. It's not a river. Is it a river? Is it a trench? I don't know anymore. That's absolutely brilliant here. The Orks have made such a good foothold on this side as well now. I don't know if the Chaos are going to be able to dislodge them, because they've got the reinforcement numbers as well on this side of the field. Have a look. What's going on over here? Looks like it's just another filled up area where the Orks are just sort of waving at the enemy on the other side. Oh no, there's a couple of Chaos. Didn't even notice these guys down here. A couple of Chaos dudes still on this side of the field somehow. Yeah, they've been completely cut off. Is there a pathway that the Orks can get through over here? I think there might be. There might be a little pathway over that side. So, yeah, we're starting to make more bridges on the far flank of the Chaos this side. Excellent. Again, this is largely a null and void area at the moment for the Orks. All of them are trying to get around to this side. A couple of them are able to be hoisted up above, but not too many. So yeah, it looks like this is the main push into the flank at the moment, and it is going really well. Oh my god, look at this. The Orks are starting to amass a force on this side now. They're actually starting to squeeze through the Chaos, but the Chaos are also doing the same to them. The Chaos now pushing across the center line that they've broken. They're starting to come into the flanks of the Orks. The Orks have responded by pushing more reinforcements into it. Realizing that the center lines are open here, lots of Ork reinforcements coming in. I don't know if the Orks have got enough reinforcements on this side of the field, though, to deal with Chaos. I mean, it's a tall order. Look at this. The Chaos keep backing up and backing away from the trench. The Orks are trying to chase them down. But I think Chaos may have just lost too many units over here. The Orky tank shells have certainly made a mark on them. God, yeah, look at this. All the Renegade Gunners in this area are dead. So it's only this group, these two groups over here. Realistically, that's holding this entire flank of Orks back. Oh my days. The Orks here on a magnificent push. Again, the center lines are holding, so I don't know what's going to go on here. We're going to end up with this weird little center battle as Chaos tries to push across one side of the field, I think. Get back over here, see if the Orks are making any gains. Again, I think they're getting chewed up and spat out a little bit too much on these flanks now. You can see large groups of Orks are starting to make their way back around to these far sides to try and make their way through. The Orky Daka has moved up to that front line as well. Right, let's go on down here. Have a look. Yeah, just the sheer weight of numbers are starting to win the day. The Chaos is losing firepower. With every single death here, the Chaos loses firepower. And the Orks taking full advantage of it as they push their way across that trench. Again, though, the Chaos have the ability to back up a little bit here, create a little bit of breathing room. We've still got a lot of Chaos forces on the field. It's a tough one to call here, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really call this now, because it looks like the Orks are winning this far flank here. The Chaos are coming under a heavy pincer maneuver now. Have we got many reinforcements actually for the... So we've still got a group over here. Again, they're under full assault at the moment by a group of Orks. So it's this weird, interesting part that we've got going on here now, where the Chaos are pushing across this way. And we've got all these boys trying to make their way back down here. What the Orks need to do is clean up these groups of Chaos really quickly here, because they're going to distract them. And if they're distracted, they haven't got a concentrated force. And what they need to break through these Chaos lines is exactly that, a concentrated attack force. I think they're getting chewed up and spat out, though, just a bit too much at this point. The boys taking heavy losses. Yeah, it was Chaos breaking that center line. I think that's done it for him. The Orks just didn't put enough into the center, opting to push round to the flanks instead. And I don't think that worked out for them too well. Again, Chaos is still holding firm on these flanks. Look at this. Even though the Orks have actually got a pathway across this now. But this was a tiny trickle not so long ago. But yeah, the Orks desperately need to start clearing up these little pockets of resistance if they want any chance of winning. It's looking a bit grim though, because look at this, is all the forces here now. That's not many. So the Orks need to overwhelm lots of these little groups and capitulate this side of the field completely. Otherwise, they're going to have a little bit of a struggle here. You can see, look, all the reinforcements now are starting to come back down this way. Slowly but surely. Like I said, it's these tiny little groups. I bet these are all chasing like one Chaos dude down as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, it looked like they were chasing down one dude over here. Let's have a look, hello. Yeah, one dude again who's just got absolutely stomped on over here. One thing this does allow, though, it allows the Orks to get behind the Chaos lines at the moment. So while these Chaos are running for the hills, or rather running over them, the Orks are now behind the Chaos lines here. That gives them a pretty good flanking maneuver. Whether it'll work out in their favor is a different question, because they've got to keep the Chaos occupied on this line while they do so. Now, they have got a fairly decent amount of Orks on the front already, engaging this group. So maybe it is doable if they can hold them in position just long enough. The Chaos might be in a little bit of trouble. Again, I think this side of the field is pretty much completely wrote off now for the Orks. One saving grace, actually, that might be for the Orks is that the Chaos are in guard mode, which means they won't actually stray too far. So what might happen is once these guys have killed all the Orks on this side of the field, they might just stand here. I mean, look at this now. The Orks are coming in from all flanking maneuvers here. They've made their way across the trench, loads of them making their way back down towards the center lines. But is it too little too late? I mean, they're carving a path into the Chaos right now. They're really starting to lay that hurt in. The Chaos front line here is crumbling really rapidly, and they're also losing a lot of the Black Legion here as well. I mean, that's not to say there's not plenty of them left. There was 300 of the Black Legion on the field here. But come on, Orks. I really want the Orks to at least take out this group. At the bare minimum, they've got to take out this group. Has all the Ork Dakka gone? Oh no, all the Ork Dakka's somewhat still on the field. We've got a bunch of it over here. The Ork Dakka is pretty strong. So hopefully they'll be able to lay down some covering fire here for the rest of the Orks. Well, come on, guys. At least take out this one group of Chaos over here. That includes all these. You might struggle, because they are focusing you down. But the units, the reinforcements for both sides now actually really getting murdered here. Let's have a look. What's going on this side? Have the Chaos not yet managed? Okay, so somehow the Orks are still in the fight over this side, keeping them busy. I'm actually relatively impressed with that. Not only that, they're actually engaging the front line still. Oh my god, the Orks are definitely not down and out here. Now, this is a little bit of a problem. We've got a bunch of guys chasing down these ones who want to run all over the place. But there is still a lot of Orks on the field. Oh my god, there is actually way more Orks on this flank than I realized here. The Chaos might actually be the ones who are in trouble after all this. Let's have a look here now. So yeah, look, they're trying to pincer maneuver these guys, but I don't think they're having much luck right yet. But we have got loads of reinforcements still coming in for the Orkies here. Okay, what I want to do, hit a little time-lapse camera over here and see if the Orks manage to make their way through this group. Actually, if we come over this side, we can sort of see the other side of the battlefield just a little bit here. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentle giants here, as the Chaos unfortunately start to mop up the last of the Orkies here. Only 1,000 Orkies remaining on the field. It was the Chaos being able to break that center line, unfortunately, that really did it for the Orks here. As we've got this weird renegade group. Look at all the bolter fire coming in. Oh my days. These guys have just been absolutely evaporated off the face of the earth here. But yes, it looks like the Chaos line held firm for now, ladies and gentlemen. Though I do think... Oh, let's just go down here. Let's take away this. Let's go have a look down here. I think we might have a little bit of a clean-up operation on our hands after this battle. Oh my... Oh, the field is just absolutely covered. But we're going to be ending this one here, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Chaos faction. We hardly knew ye. But as always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, until next time, peace.